Good morning, student. I, Mrs. Khan SM, welcoming you in this class. From yesterday, we are studying or we are learning first chapter of General Science, Living World and Classification of Microbes. In yesterday's class, we saw the classification given by Robert Whittaker and biodiversity and need of classification. Five kingdom system of classification we studied yesterday. Today we will again study this five kingdom system of classification in detail. We will see some kingdoms. Kingdom number 1, kingdom 2 and kingdom 3 one by one in detail. Kingdom 1. Student, you all know that the name of the first kingdom is Monera. In this kingdom, all blue-green algae and bacteria are considered here. All the bacteria and blue-green algae are considered in the kingdom Monera. If we want to see these organisms, one activity is given here. What is that activity? Take one small drop of curd or buttermilk on a clean glass slide. Dilute it with a little water and carefully keep a cover slip. While keeping cover slip on that slide, remember, air bubble should not be there. Then observe it under high power of compound microscope. And after that, what we will see there? Many moving small rod-like microorganisms will be there. These are lactobacilli bacteria. These bacteria convert curd from milk. It converts milk into curd. These are lactobacilli bacteria. That means all the types of bacteria comes under this kingdom Monera. There are different types of bacteria. Bacteria have different shapes and they have different shapes. See, different types of organism which are from the kingdom Monera. Some examples are given here. Staphylococcus aureus, Staphylococcus pneumoniae, then after that Clostridium tetani, Vibrio cholerae, Salmonella typhi. These are all the bacteria which come under the Monera. Then what is the character of this kingdom? First, all organisms are unicellular. First character is the all organisms are unicellular. Second, they may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. How they are autotrophic? Because blue-green algae are also there and so they are autotrophic, and heterotrophic means all the bacteria they cannot produce their own food. Autos means self, trophic means depend on the trophic means for their trophism. Trophism means for their food. That is autotrophic and heterotrophic. They may be autotrophic, that means they are self-dependent for food, or they may be heterotrophic. They may be depend on the other for their food. Third character and very important character is that these are prokaryotic cells without distinct nucleus or cell organelles, as they are prokaryotic. They are primitive. They are primitive. There is no cell, no any kind of layer around the nucleus. That's why the distinct nucleus we cannot see in this Monera, in this kingdom. Then which are the characteristics? First one, they are unicellular, they are autotrophic or heterotrophic, and they are prokaryotic. Kingdom 2, Protista. Students, one activity is given here. What is it? What is that activity? Prepare a temporary mount of 1 drop of pond water on a glass slide. That means take 1 drop of pond water on a glass slide and observe it under low power and high power microscope. You will find some mobile microbes, some organisms, some mobile microorganisms with irregular shapes. They are moving here and there. You can observe there. These all are, they may be amoeba, they may be paramecium. Okay. Then what are the characteristics of this kingdom? Number 1, Protista are single-celled organisms with well-defined nucleus enclosed in a nuclear membrane. Protista are also single-celled animals, unicellular organisms having prominent nucleus, having well-developed nucleus enclosed in the nuclear membrane. Second characteristic, they have pseudopodia or hair-like cilia or whip-like flagella for locomotion. For locomotion, locomotion means for moving here and there. They have pseudopodia. In amoeba, pseudopodia is there. Hair-like cilia may be there. Whip-like flagella may be there. Third characteristic is autotrophs and heterotrophs. Both types of organisms are there. Because Euglena, Volvox, these contain chloroplast and that's why they are autotrophs. These are the example of autotrophic Protista. Heterotrophs, amoeba, paramecium, these are the heterotrophs. Kingdom 3, fungi. Student, we observe fungi many times. But one activity is given here in your book. For this activity, take a moist piece of bread or bhakri and keep it in a container with lid and for 2 to 3 days. And after 2 to 3 days, a fine cotton thread like stuff is found growing on the surface of that bhakri. It is nothing but the fungi. And prepare or take some threads from it and prepare a mount on your slide and observe it under the microscope. Then what are the characteristics of these fungi? These are non-green, that means they do not contain chlorophyll. Eukaryotic, that means they have prominent nucleus. And heterotrophic organisms. Heterotrophic means they are depend on the others for their nutrition, for their food. Second character is that most of them are saprotrophs. Saprotrophs means they feed upon decaying organic matter. Most of the time you observe some fungi on a wooden block or some on the any gunny bag, on the some food stuffs also you observe such a type of fungus there. Okay, that means they feed upon the decaying organic matter. Third character is that their cell wall is made up of tough and complex sugar coated chitin. Fourth, some fungi are thread-like and many nuclei are present in the cytoplasm. Then there are many examples of there are many types of fungi are there. Baker's yeast, aspergillus, after that penicillium, mushroom, all these are the different examples of the fungi. There are many fungi, but these are some example of the fungi.